bread,
and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay. We are going to start today with a review of run-ons and sentence fragments. We're going to do a group jam on IXL, be a little more interactive. We took notes on this before I went on retreat. So you guys will probably want your notebooks out while we do this so you can look and make sure you're doing things correctly. You can look at those. And then we are going to start working on putting our research papers from outline form into a rough draft. Okay, so we're going to put them in actual paragraph format, move things over from our outline to a document by themselves. Okay. Our independent reading book projects are due on Friday, so please do not forget about those. Otherwise, that should be it for this week for things you have due, because the rough draft won't be due until sometime next week. Okay. I have it on Google Classroom, I think. I just forget what the date is off the top of my head right now. Okay. Any questions about anything? Okay. Yeah, that's a reminder. Your independent reading book project is due Friday. If you have questions about it, please ask me. If you need to borrow colored pencils or markers because you chose to do the poster, let me know and I'll let you borrow them, but I probably won't be here after school tomorrow. So if you didn't come yesterday or Monday, then I won't be here after school tomorrow when we have staff meetings today, okay? So go ahead and pull up IXL, please, while I get this started. Yes.
Are you able to see like the schooling season in the classroom?
Do you not remember yours?
No.
Yeah, I can look it up for you. Let me get this started and then you'll be able to join once we actually get it started. Okay, here's your first question. Go ahead and start that while I get that for Jerome. So we've got a couple to answer. One more. That helps see the board. All right. The mountain pass was closed due to inclement weather.
Let's answer the question.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say it maybe.
Weather, so. So weather, comma, so our plans for an adventurous ski weekend were ruined. Okay. Can you explain why you chose that?
Sounds more reasonable. but if it goes that, you just gonna talk about something else and move on to the next question.
So, yeah, so you're saying as a result of the first part, the second thing happened, and so that's why you use so instead of but, right? But you have to have a conjunction and a comma, so you can't just put the whether. Okay. Edgar's thrift is evident in his refusal to dispose of blank, even saves the extra forks and knives that are delivered with his takeout orders. Remember, we took notes on this if you need to check your notes.
That's cool.
I think I can answer this.
You think you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't be.
So-
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Oh.
There was one person we were waiting on. Okay, go ahead, Tom.
It won't be the first one because that may get a run on. The second one doesn't make sense at all. Third one's right. That's my logic.
Okay. So, Jarrell, listen, please. So the third one is what Tom believes is right. So, when you use a semicolon, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's easy because it can't be like with the column,
Splitting what?
the sentence.
The two independent clauses.
Yeah.
Okay? So you use a semicolon, the same place you would use a period if it was two separate sentences, right? But it's all one for two related topics. Okay? The first one, okay, is not correct because it does not have what? What is it missing? Yes, conjunction. I don't know who said it, but it's missing a conjunction.
It was me.
Okay? The second one still does not have the coordinating conjunction that you would need to make it a complete sentence. Okay, we're gonna do two more. Okay. Antonio's summer vacation in Montana consisted almost entirely of outdoor blank, riding, hiking, swimming, and fishing.
Oh, I remember we was about to take on two.
Okay, so it looks like we need to review colons, okay? So the first part of the sentence, Antonio's summer vacation in Montana consisted almost entirely of outdoor activities, is good by itself, right? And then the colon precedes the list, okay? So before you list out what all the activities are, you have to include the colon, okay? To say that a list is coming afterwards. Yeah? on this, and then we are going to move on. Rana sylvatica, a species of wood frog, endures harsh winters in a state of frozen blank. Can survive with 2/3 of its body water completely frozen.
Oh my.
Okay.
My finger slips. They will say. Zeus gets his own.
I think we're waiting on one more person here.
Just go with my cut.
Everybody answer? Okay. So, Eli, which answer did you choose? Jarrell, did you hear that?
Oh, no, ma'am, sorry.
Eli, can you repeat that, please?
That shows to be the one in the middle.
The one in the middle with the semicolon.
You got that.
Okay. Why is the semicolon right? Jarrell?
Oh, I think I asked him question. Cause it's two independent clauses, but it's make it into one sentence.
Yes, it's two independent clauses, and the semicolon is what you use to combine it into one sentence because the topics are related. Okay? Why isn't this one correct? The comma and comma.
Cause they're both independent. The second part isn't dependent.
No.
No?
No. Edgar?
Yeah, because it and can be together.
And could be together with can. Anybody else want to try?
There's just a lot of commas in it, which makes
There's
me
too many.
on.
Yes, so there's too many commas. You just need the comma before the conjunction, okay? And you could say comma and it, right? And that would be correct because you still use the comma in the coordinating conjunction. But you don't need the second comma there. And then the last one, what's it missing?
Comma.
Comma and
Cool.
conjunction.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So, good job on that one. We'll review colons, I guess, later this week, since that was the one that we struggled with the most, it looked like. We'll review how to use those. But good job on the other ones. That was good. Okay. So, go ahead and close your devices for just a minute while I explain how we're going to go about transitioning from our outline to a rough draft. Okay? So,
Do we need our notes? No?
no, because this is all typed. Okay? You can take notes if there's a couple of things you want to jot down, but I'll have a couple of reminders for you later also.
Alright.
Okay? So, I do need you to have your heads up and your eyes on me. Okay, so I know you're paying attention. Okay. This is the template that you are going to use for your rough draft, okay, for moving your information from an outline into paragraph format. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste your thesis statements that we wrote last class, okay? Those are going to go right here. Okay. And then you'll have an introductory paragraph, okay? This will be from the first part of your outline. The first section where you say, what is this group? How is it marginalized? Why do we talk about it, right? Why do we focus on it? The second group, or second paragraph, is going to be your background, okay? So this is going to be the historical background, okay? What kind of rules and laws and regulations have existed? What did the history of this group look like? Okay? And then paragraph 3 is going to be further marginalization, or marginalization in action, okay? So if you're looking at something that is present day, the second paragraph would be the historical background, and then the third paragraph would be what it looks like today. Okay? If you're looking at something further back, because I know someone is doing like some during like World War II, okay? doing a group of people during World War II. So you would have where it started in paragraph 2, and then where it got to in World War II at the peak of that marginalization, okay, of that period that you're talking about. That would be paragraph 3. Okay. Your references will all go on their own page. So this is the very basic template, and then I have an example for you, like I did for the outline. Okay, and this is the same topic that I used for the outline, okay? So deaf or hard of hearing students in the United States, okay? So you can see here the thesis statement. It's the 2 sentences that we talked about last time. You're going to keep the headings here and just put a paragraph underneath them, because when we have our big paper, the proper format for the paper has headings for different sections, okay? So you'll keep the thing that says paragraph 1 introduction, all right, to make it easier on yourself. Okay. When you're copy and pasting information from your outline to make these paragraphs, make sure you are including transitions. Okay, so in your introductory paragraph, you'll include the terms that you guys talked about that you need to know to understand your group. Okay, and in order to do this, you'll probably want to transition into that. So this sentence says, before diving deeper into this issue, it is important to understand some baseline terms. Using a sentence like that helps your paper to flow, so that you're not just putting a random word in the middle and its definition, and it doesn't actually have any explanation or flow with the rest of the paper. Okay. You will have your citation, your in-text citations in here. Okay, we should have already had this done in our research chart. So you can take those from that. Okay, and you'll put your quotes in there and your paraphrasing, but make sure you use your in-text citations in the parentheses. And then when you get to the bottom, your references go on their own page. Okay, it should start at the top of the last page. Go ahead and pull up your outlines for me.
Outline, like the one with the boxes or the other one?
The one that was just due. Then, yeah. I thought I had that linked on this, but it was from last week, so. Go ahead and pull up your outlines.
This
You
one?
are going, what?
This one?
Yes, nope, that's the thesis statement. It was before we did the
Is
thesis
this
statement.
one?
Yeah, it should be longer. It's a couple pages.
Yeah, the one with like the introduced group.
Okay, when you are taking your information from your outline and putting it into the paragraph format in your rough draft, there are a couple of really important things to remember. Okay, so one, you're going to make it easier on yourself for later down the road. Make sure everything is in 12-point Times New Roman font. Okay, and double spaced so that you don't have to worry about that later. Okay, you're going to make sure you indent the first line of each paragraph. So under your section headers, when you start your paragraph, you just press tab once, and that'll indent your paragraphs, and I'll know that that's the start of a paragraph. Okay, and then, yes,
I thought you only had to do that for the first paragraph.
every single paragraph, because you have to know it's starting a new paragraph. That's how it shows that you're on a new paragraph, right? Because otherwise you just have one big long paper, and there's no, like, sections.
Oh,
Okay. And then you'll want to use transition words and phrases to help your paper flow in a natural form. I am going to go ahead and make sure the assignment posted on Google Classroom so that you all have that. But you guys can go ahead and pull up your outlines and start on that. Okay. If you did not finish your outlines yet, you need to be working on that first, because that is due, and that grade is on third quarter. So I need to have it so I can put that grade in.
You haven't posted the assignment?
Okay, it didn't post?
No.
So not research, but you agree with these standards.
that one?
It is, no, the thesis. I don't remember doing it.
Oh, this right here, like.
I forgot.
Okay. What on my dad's well, that's fine.
That's like 25.
Nah, I really take care.
Stop being me. Stop being me.
Okay. It is posting right now. Yes, okay. So it should be posted, and it should make a copy for you of the template that you're gonna use, so you have to go in and put your name and everything, the same way we did with the outlines.
It's the rough draft section.
Rough draft section 1, yes. Okay. Do you guys want me to leave the example up, or the template,
Is these are the examples posted on?
or the reminders?
The reminders.
The reminders.
The date.
For the date, do we put today or do we put the due date?
The due date. For the date, you will put the due date.
It's on the class, but on March 18th.
We discussed writing thesis statements, so if you get the notes from a friend, there was a template that we used of how to write your thesis statement, and it'll be 2 sentences total. I can pull it up for you also, and you can get those notes and do that before you move on to this if you
For today's date or due date?
want. Okay, I need everyone to listen so I don't have to repeat it again, please. Okay, the date for your rough draft will be the due date. Okay, so you'll have to look on the Google Classroom assignment when it's due, and that will be the date you put on your paper.
Oh.
I can pull them up for you here.
For the teacher part, everyone has to put your name down.
Miss Custer, MS period.
I thought you would put me a few.
Okay. Alright, so these are the notes from last class. And then
You said it's right there.
this is how Julie write it. This is on Google Classroom on the assignment for your thesis statement.
Yeah, but
And
this one,
then
this guy.
these are the only notes I took before we did that. Okay, so this slide is the notes, and then that was actually, that was the template for how you write the thesis. Okay? Yes,
No, I really suck.
I mean,
and then just, as soon as you're finished, let me know. Okay, you all have different topics. You all are at different places in your outlines, okay? So, you should be working independently.
so for the time till lunch, I have 2 questions.
The schedule would tell you exactly how much time until lunch.
Oh, we don't, okay.
4
And
minutes.
second, I don't have to pull the whole thing, but I have to pull my full paragraph.
This is the rough draft, so this is the whole thing.
Alright, gotcha.
Yep. The thesis statement, you'll copy and paste it from the assignment we turned in last class. Remember?
Yeah, and could you show me how to do I think it's called the indent. The indent.
Oh, yeah, you just have to press tab, but this is why you need a laptop and not an iPad.
I'll bring it. This is
Okay.
acting fun.
To do it on an iPad, I can show you once you actually have your paragraph in there.
Alright, got
Okay?
it.
Because you can do it, it's just different than on a keyboard, because it's not a keyboard. What?
I can read it.
But then like disconnect.
What do you mean?
I'm not that
The indent? So that's when you have a paragraph.
You guys-
All your paragraphs press tab one.
Usually.
You have to have it there when you're actually doing your paragraph.
Oh, and nothing.
Oh, yeah.
I have a 216 gigabyte. it says off of the tiles.
Of course.
Like 160 degrees like profile.
Do it tomorrow, meanwhile.
No. Yes, me and my let me see if I can read that. Is your removal? Your hair?
No, it's beautiful to this day.
Too good, like, so. Oh, you're blushing.
Just wondering. Did you feel like you're, like the year like 2020
If you're gonna be distracted by the people around you, you're more than welcome to move to a different part of the classroom.
It's fine.
Coffee, please.
Go ahead and put this one on your desk. She's sure that-
Oh, double. This is the Egyptian.
You're just.
Mhm.
So like,
Mhm.
Yes.
The references, yeah, that's your works cited, so on your research,
You know, there's
like chart, that's what we put in the big long box.
That's taking time to do.
Mhm. Oh, love it.
those can be copies.